Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. So for today's video, let's take a look at whether is it worth it to refresh the Go shop or not. And of course, this was not compiled by me. This statistics was actually compiled by a whole bunch of people from Olympus. And of course, there are also more of them, but they are just not here in this list right here. But as you can see, it is a lot of submissions from everyone, and definitely a lot of time and effort was put into this. So all the credit goes to everyone in this list. So basically how this works is everyone is supposed to upload screenshots of their shop refreshers. So as you can see, let's say PokeWix, she has uploaded 2 refreshers, and Second G, he has also uploaded 2 refreshers, so on and so forth. And then, you know, sometimes it gets pretty crazy, like it becomes a little bit of a chore sometimes, so people upload like more and like 4 in a row. Oh wait, that's me. And some people also upload a lot more, like there is like 13 at once. And as you can see, it's quite infrequent for you to get some of the rewards. So like for example, Go records, you may not really see it appearing that frequently. It almost basically very rarely appears in the shop. But things like maybe rare ability mons is not really that rare, it's quite frequent. And of course the 50 stamina is a little bit uncommon. So without further ado, let's take a look at the actual statistics by just removing this black box over here. And as you can see, this is the total compilation that we have done. So there is a 656 total refresh count over here, which means a total collection of 656 shop refreshers. And this probably spanned over a period of about 2 to 3 months. I think it's around that timing. And as you can see, out of this 656, we got 173 rare ability mons, and we have 150 stamina drops and 32 Go records. So I can condense this down into appearance rates. So for example, every 4 shop refreshes, you could expect to get a rare ability mon, and whenever you refresh, there is a 15.24% chance of you getting a stamina, which is actually quite low. And there is also a 5% chance of you obtaining a Go record for every single shop refresh. And this of course boils down to like more understandable numbers for some of you guys. So for example, every 6.6 refreshes would probably get you a stamina, and every 20 refreshes could probably get you some Go records. And here's the thing, right? When you refresh, it costs you 20 Nexus Crystals, and every subsequent refresh afterwards costs you 50 Nexus Crystals. So it's going to cost you Nexus Crystals. However, these rewards are also worth Nexus Crystals, so they have to pay off for themselves in order for it to make sense for you to do some shop refreshes. So to make things slightly easier for you to understand, each Go record is worth 200 Nexus Crystals. And this makes a lot of sense because you can buy 1 Go record for 200 Nexus Crystals. And similarly, 50 stamina is going to cost you 55.6 Nexus Crystals, and this is just an average of what you can expect when you're purchasing stamina as a refill. So basically 90 stamina is worth 100 Nexus Crystals, so you can move it down to 50 stamina is worth 55.6 Nexus Crystals. I hope this is clear. And of course, there is this rare ability mon that is only worth 1 Nexus Crystal, and the reason why it's only worth 1 Nexus Crystal is that depending on what state of the game you are at, the rare ability mon could be worth very differently. So let's say if you're an endgame player like me, it's probably not going to worth anything. It's only going to be worth like 1 Nexus Crystal to me, like minimally 1, right? It's not going to be worth 0. But if you're, let's say, an early game player and you need a lot of rare ability mons, I think some of the people out there may value a rare ability mon at 100 Nexus Crystal. I think that's quite fair. I think for 100 Nexus Crystal, I would definitely spend that just to get some skill ups. So we can change this to 100. And of course, this will affect some of our statistics, but we'll get into that in just a bit, right? So as you can see, all in all, let's say if we are not valuing rare ability mons at all, the weighted average value in Nexus Crystals per refresh that you gain back by refreshing is actually 18.5, which is also less than the first refresh of the day, which only costs you 20 Nexus Crystal. And of course, this also means that subsequent refreshes is going to be less viable, it's going to be less meaningful. It's going to cost you 50 Nexus Crystals just to get 18.5 on average as a return. And this is not to forget that the Gold shop also sells items in gold. So the gold is also worth some amount of Nexus Crystal, which means that your returns is actually less than 18.5. I don't have the numbers at the top of my head, but I think it's probably going to be worth about another 10% less. So maybe about 16 or 16 plus. However, let's just say that you are a new player, right, and you really need rare ability mons. So let's change this to 100, right? 100 Nexus Crystal. As you can see, the weighted average increases to 44.6, which is significantly higher than the cost of refreshing the shop for the first time, which is 20 Nexus Crystals per refresh, but it's still lower than subsequent refreshes of 50 Nexus Crystals per refresh. So what this means is that basically if you're an early game player and you need rare ability mons, you can definitely refresh a shop once every day. Just refresh it once for the cheapest value for money, and do not do subsequent refreshes that is going to cost you 50 Nexus Crystals. And the more you do this, the more you'll be able to acquire more rare ability mons, and eventually you will no longer need rare ability mons and then you can just change this number back to 1 like that, and you realize that, hey, it's completely not worth it to refresh your shop anymore. So right now, I'm actually not refreshing my shop anymore. This is enough evidence for me to believe that mathematics is true, of course, and it doesn't make sense for me to spend my Nexus crystals this way. And maybe some of you guys are also wondering, am I going to be able to provide this spreadsheet to you guys? And the answer is probably going to be no, because as far as this spreadsheet is to me, it is an Olympus specific spreadsheet, so it's not actually public information, so I can't actually provide this to you guys for free. But you could do me a huge favor by sharing this video with any of your friends, and then that would benefit the both of us. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, it really helps the channel. And subscribe for more Dislyte content such as this, because I do a lot of different kinds of statistics. You can check out some of my statistics videos in the statistics playlist. And a huge shout out to everyone who helped me with this spreadsheet. So thanks to PokeWig, Second G, Brahms Ogama, LV, Musubi, Nacho Viking, Not Safe for Work, and many others. You guys have helped contribute to certain greatness in the community, so thank you guys for that. And of course, this has been free to play by the way, and as always, I will see you in the next video.